Hey guys, Acer Thorn here. Before I just wanted to I'd give a quick discussion about the state of the channel. There's a topic that I want to talk about, and you've read the title, you know what it is already. But this time it's going to be an extraordinarily low production value, and the reason for that is because basically I can't produce anything truly anything with even basic editing at the moment because my desktop is on the fritz. If you haven't been following my community posts, you probably wouldn't notice anything is missing because I've got weeks and weeks worth of Acer Thorn moments and also some weekly long form content that is just uploaded, just not yet published. So I've been able to utilize that to keep the channel flowing with daily uploads even when my desktop is out of commission. But right now, this is being recorded on my laptop, and yes, I said recorded, not edited or anything, because my video editing software, its license is married to my desktop, so I can't just transfer it to the laptop, and so the only way I can make this video at all is basically to just put my channel art into a scene in OBS Studio, then just record my microphone with the channel art direct from OBS Studio, and then I'm just going to upload this straight to YouTube with literally no edits whatsoever. So that's basically the reason why this video has such low production value. I'm hoping to get the computer fixed as soon as I can, although when I got the replacement part in the mail, that part ended up being DOA, so now I'm having to put in an RMA for that replacement part, so this is taking longer than I thought it would. I mean, the motherboard that I ordered was brand spanking new, so the fact that it ended up being DOA is that was pretty astronomical. Anyway, I've got another weekly long-form video that was originally going to be uploaded today, but I pushed it back to next week. It's another Jim Sterling video. Yeah, sorry, I know a lot of people are tired of that. I'm tired of it too, but that's the way it is. Anyway, I pushed that back until next week so that I could make this video instead, since I felt that this video, this topic that I'm about to talk about was more important. And the reason I'm pushing it back to next week is because basically I'm trying to get partnered through Freedom, and they want me to show that I can provide consistent long-form content for 3 months straight. So I need to use this as a means of stretching out my weekly uploads, and if I still haven't gotten my desktop fixed by the time the next week's Jim Sterling video goes up, what I'm probably just going to do is take some of my old Twitch streams that I haven't transferred to YouTube yet and just upload those, just to keep my weekly streak of long-form videos going. Also, at the end of this video, once I finish talking about the thing that you saw in the title, I want to propose a new series on the channel, and I'd like you to post your thoughts in the comments as to whether or not you think this would be a good idea. So, without further ado, let's get this party underway. Kiwi Farms is dead again. My computer has just been on the fritz for so long that I literally haven't been able to consistently comment in videos on the state of things on this rapidly evolving situation. I had put out this, I had held off on this workaround where I'm basically just using my laptop to make videos from OBS and then just uploading them unedited. I have held on that because I thought I was going to get my desktop working by this point. But it doesn't look like that's in the cards. But now it's just gotten to the point where I really just gotta make a video about this. Even if it's a shitty one. Basically, Kiwi, when I posted my earlier video about Kiwi Farms being taken off the ClearNet, for a while, it was taken off the dark web too. Because when your site is exclusively dark web, something you got to keep in mind is you are pretty much completely vulnerable to DDoS attacks. Because, I mean, the dark web is basically the wild, wild west. It's the wild frontier. There is no government. There is no corporate infrastructure to protect you. You're pretty much on your own on the dark web. And when you're a site like Kiwi Farms and you've made as many enemies as Kiwi Farms has made, DDoS attacks, or at least attempts thereof, are pretty much a foregone conclusion. So you'd better have some DDoS protection. But when you're exclusively on the dark web, you really have none at all. So for a while, right as my desktop started going on the fritz, even the dark web version of Kiwi Farms had been DDoSed into non-existence. However, around the turn of October, at the start of October-ish, Kiwi Farms had managed to get another ClearNet host. This time they had gone with a company called Hostslick. Basically, it was either a German company or a Danish company. Because the email address that I was told that I sent my own personal complaint email to was at hostslick.de, and .de is a domain for sites that are from Denmark. So, but then again, when I searched for them on Google, it said that they were based in Hamburg, Germany. So, are they German or are they Danish? I don't care which one, it's just weird. Anyway, basically Kiwi Farms basically created an account and signed up and got a subscription for one of their dedicated servers. And they managed to do a couple of weeks, once again being on the ClearNet. The problem was that their site absolutely 100% violated Hostslick's terms of service. In fact, I'm going to pull up a Google search right now. This is going to be slow as hell because my laptop is a piece of shit. Just for the record, my laptop is only a dual core processor at 1.6 gigahertz, and I've only got 4 gigs of RAM. So, even a Google search is way slower than it should be right now for me. But I'm going to pull up Hostslick's terms of service, and there's one section of their terms of service in particular that I want to show you. Right now I'm just showing you my channel art, but I'm going to switch to my monitor display when I finally get this up. There we go. Okay. So, let's switch to monitor. yeah, Section 9 of Hostslick's Terms of Service, prohibition of offensive behavior, racist, intolerant, hate, defamatory, stalking, invitations to fight, threatening, or any communication of any nature that we decide as being improper will result in service termination without notice. Gee, have you heard Kiwi Farms summed up any more succinctly than that? They are basically just every kind of bigotry imaginable. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the logo now. Because, yeah, my guess is that Joshua Moon and Kiwi Farms only got the server because Hostslick apparently doesn't screen its clients before it approves their service. So basically, they took this new guy's sight unseen, only to later realize that the entire site, just in its entirety, violates Section 9 of their terms of service. So basically, Hostslick bopped him off. Again, like when this happened with Cloudflare, Josh Moon pointed out that he expected this was going to happen. He expected that the site would either be forced forever into the dark web and it would become a shell of its former self, just like 8chan or Daily Stormer, just like 8chan, or it would have to hop from host to host like Daily Stormer. He outright said that was the case. That was going to be the case, and the latter has certainly proven to be what has happened. Now here's the thing. And just for the record, okay, I'm gonna have to pull up another Google search right now. Just for the record, I haven't just been actively monitoring Kiwi Farms' situation like a vulture. The only reason I know about this recent Hostslick termination is because Keffels, the streamer who got Cloudflare to drop Kiwi Farms, she has a separate Twitter page called DropKiwiFarms, and it is from this Twitter feed that I got the news that Hostslick had finally gotten around to terminating Kiwi Farms for violating Section 9 of their terms of service. And I want to pull up the specific tweet that was where I actually got this from. I'll definitely also post a link to this tweet in the description. I should oh well, damn this. Okay, I think my site, my laptop is getting okay, finally, okay. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna find the tweet so I don't have to overload my OBS, because this laptop is a real big piece of shit. Okay. All right. So, 8 hours ago, I'm recording this at 4:46 a.m. on October 9th, 2022, just so you know. So 8 hours ago was kind of late last night on October 8th. Kiwi Farms has been having a rough day. Wow, barely loads at all. Most of the time it's broken. They've also closed their chat. What great timing. It's like a break from the hate, and let me tell you, it's a nice break. The next tweet, somebody apparently asked what the hell's going on, and Keffels is all like, oh no, it happened last night. They lost another DDoS protection host. Hostslick terminated their sorry asses because they are in flagrant violation of the terms of service. Things have not gone well since. All day long, it's gotten worse and worse. So that's basically how I found that out. You cannot. I can't show you right now because I'm pretty sure if I did, my shitty laptop will explode from all the processing. But I can't. But if you actually try to go to KiwiFarms.net right now, as of the time of this recording, it's almost certainly not going to work because Hostslick has basically just and they're not providing no DDoS protection anymore. So that's a thing. Now, there is something else that I think it's good that Hostslick has done the right thing here and terminated Kiwi Farms' hosting contract. But I think they need to go a step further. You see, as I pointed out, Kiwi Farms has created that account with them that was absolutely there was just no way in hell that Joshua Moon, acting as a representative of Lolcow LLC, could possibly have actually believed that he was going to follow Section 9 of those terms of service when he signed up for the server. There's just no way. He, as I pointed out in the last video about Kiwi Farms, harassment, hate speech, bigotry, that is literally Kiwi Farms' entire fucking identity. You cannot act like this is just some users using the site for an illicit purpose. No, the site itself is specifically set up to be used for this illicit purpose. I mean, it's kind of like the dating site AshleyMadison.com, which explicitly markets itself towards married couples looking to have an affair, and then acting like, oh, we don't actually commit adultery. Well, not directly, but you literally facilitate, unlike other dating sites where people could create profiles seeking to cheat on their lovers. Ashley Madison is explicitly designed for that purpose. And likewise, Kiwi Farms doesn't just have users who use the forum to harass and dox and stalk and swat. The site is literally set up to enable that shit. So there is absolutely, positively no way that Joshua Moon actually thought that he was going to be following Section 9 of those terms of service when he signed up for their service. There's only one explanation that is even remotely in the realm of reasonable here, and that is that he committed fraudulent misrepresentation. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you enter into a contract with somebody, you have, and they don't honor their contractual obligations, you have the right to sue them for breach of contract. Now, that much is common knowledge. The problem here is that you normally cannot get punitive damages, that is, damages designed solely to punish the defendant rather than to compensate you for your own loss. You normally can't get those kinds of damages for a breach of contract, because that's just against the public policy here in the United States. But you can, however, get punitive damages for fraudulent misrepresentation. So if you think you can prove fraudulent misrepresentation, then you could sue them and get punitive damages on top of your compensatory damages. And these punitive damages would certainly be useful, I believe, in teaching Joshua Moon a lesson about not committing fraudulent misrepresentation. Now, some of you may reasonably ask, what exactly is fraudulent misrepresentation? Now, I am not an attorney. Most of you already know that. And for that sole reason, most of you will probably think that what I'm about to tell you is completely and utterly unreliable. To that end, I say, by all means, consult with the attorney of your choosing, whether or not he has a YouTube channel, and get him to verify everything that I'm about to say. Basically, fraudulent misrepresentation is basically when you outright lie to another party, when the person, in this case Joshua Moon and Lolcow LLC, when they knowingly lie to another entity, in this case Hostslick, in order to get that entity to enter into a contract with them that they would not have entered into had the deceiver been honest. So basically, if Joshua Moon had outright admitted that, yeah, the site that I'm looking to host is in flagrant violation of Section 9 of your Terms of Service, Hostslick obviously would not have agreed to host them. But because he checked the box when he signed up for the site, when he signed up for the server, that said that he agrees to all of these terms and conditions, he made a representation to Hostslick when he checked that box that he was actually going to follow those terms and conditions, knowing full well that he wasn't going to follow them. Now, with fraudulent misrepresentation, it is essential that the defendant must have known that he was lying at the time that he made the misrepresentation. If he believed at first that he was going to follow the contract to the letter, but then changed his mind afterwards, that is not fraudulent misrepresentation. The plaintiff could still recover for a breach of contract, but then he's limited to actual damages. You can't get punitive damages. You can only get compensatory and lost profits and yada yada yada, which admittedly in a case like this, so those kinds of damages would be nominal. So if you just get a breach of contract going, it probably isn't worth pursuing in court in this case. But if you can prove fraudulent misrepresentation, it might actually be worth pursuing, because then you can get punitive damages in addition to that. But the problem with fraudulent misrepresentation is that it isn't enough that he thought he was going to follow the rules initially, only to change his mind later. You have to prove that he knew at the time that he made the representation, that he knew at that moment that it was a false representation. That is an extraordinarily high burden to prove in court, but I think it can be proven here, because as I said, acting in violation of Section 9 of Hostslick's Terms of Service is literally what Kiwi Farms does. It would be like if there was a server host that said, you're not allowed to host professional wrestling events on this server, or you're not allowed to store the footage thereof or stream them using our servers. And then if WWE were to try to sign up for a server like that, a dedicated server, they can't argue in court that they thought they were gonna follow the contract only to change their mind later, because of course WWE is going to be showing professional wrestling on their, because that's literally their product. That's literally their whole damn product. And likewise, Kiwi Farms, hate speech and harassment, stalking, doxing, swatting, all of that is literally Kiwi Farms' product. So you cannot say that he thought he was going to follow Section 9 and just changed his mind. That's not how it works. So I believe that Hostslick should sue both LolCow LLC and Joshua Moon, because it was most likely him was actually filling out the form to actually get the service for the site. So he is also on the hook. The LLC thing only really works if your employees make your company liable. But if the business owner, in this case Joshua Moon, is the one who personally sets out and does the thing that causes the liability, he gets to be held jointly liable alongside LolCow LLC. And I believe that Hostslick needs to take this extra step, because that would teach Josh Moon a lesson about trying to hop from host to host, and he'll probably not do that again. If we want to see the true end to Kiwi Farms, Hostslick needs to hold Moon to account. And because that is necessary in order to send a chilling effect against to ensure that Moon learns his lesson and knocks this shit off. So, now that I've gotten that out from my chest, while my desktop has been on the fritz, I've been considering a new series on the channel. I obviously can't do it now, but I'd like to get your thoughts on it. So for when I actually do get the desktop up and running again. I had previously my creative well had just been tapped dry when it comes to Elder Scrolls content. I've gotten to the point where I only make those videos like that once in a blue moon, because I just run out of things to talk about. But I got a sudden inspiration, and I'd like to know what you guys think of it. I'm thinking about taking all the various quest lines from Oblivion and Skyrim, the only two Elder Scrolls games that I like that actually have fully fleshed out quest lines, and basically just showing you just abridged, comedically abridged versions of those quest lines. If you've ever watched Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z abridged series, imagine how, if you've ever seen those DBZ Kai abridged videos that they put out, it was basically whole sagas, the Saiyan Saga, the Namek Saga, and then later the Cell Saga, all crammed into one video instead of 10 to 20 to 30 episodes. And these videos just move at an absolutely breakneck pace. it's mostly just they're mostly just there as recaps of the sagas prior to that, and frankly, I think they're hilarious in their own. I mean, the whole series, the whole TBZ abridged series is fucking hilarious. But the Kai episodes are hilarious just because of how just 90 miles a minute they are. I'm thinking about doing a series kind of like that, but for Oblivion and Skyrim's major quest lines. The main quests, the Dark Brotherhood quests, the Fighters Guild and Companions, the Mages Guild and College of Winterhold, etc., etc. Moving on to the DLCs and stuff. Do you guys think you would like to see that? Leave a comment, will you? Anyway, we're now that I gotten that video off, I just had to talk about Kiwi Farms' recent latest L. So now that I've gotten that out of my chest, I think I'm gonna sign off. Hey, Sir Thorn out. Peace.